Decision Plus has been and still is a leading stock market service provider. From training to coaching, we cover it all. Try both our software as well as our coaching site, completely free for 10 days without obligation. No credit card is needed to sign up for the trial. The trial subscription will be automatically canceled for you at the end. DecisionPlus.com, your stock market service center. Real-time coaching has been created. We search and classify critical reports and technical movements. You can visualize or hear the best buying and selling opportunities. Get real-time advice all day long and 3 live coaching shows per day. Let us do the work and save your time for trading. Try marketgurus.tv free without obligation for 10 days in the menus above. Market Vision Plus is the trading companion of so many investors. Make your fundamental and technical analysis easy with Canada's #1 stock market decision-making software. Research, decide, and follow your positions with Market Vision Plus. See the menus just above this program and try Market Vision Plus for 10 days without any obligation after the show. When it comes to day trading, Trader Plus is the right tool. Track 50 quotes simultaneously. Create dozens of quick lists. Display as many as 30 real-time intraday charts at the same time. Watch the action with candlesticks or bar charts as fast as 10 seconds. See the market by sectors. Use the chart models already prepared for you. Try Trader Plus for 10 days in the menu above without any obligation.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Swing Trading Show, August 23rd, 2017. The U.S. markets are negative. They went down first at the opening because of the comment of Donald Trump. He said that he was going to stop the government if the Congress is not voting an extra budget for him, including a budget to construct the wall. So, and he spoke about the ALENA to the commercial agreement in between our countries, and he says that he doesn't think there will be a new agreement because he said the last time it was not in their favor at all. So, what's going to happen with that? So far, it's still a funny market. We have one market, one sector that seems to be interesting, but even there, you know, it's the crude oil. For I don't know really for which reason, but we have initiated a little movement on the upside today. And with USO, but it's not that much, you know. It's a nice attempt, but it's still under the trend line, and we're missing something still there, especially if you look at it in 15 minutes. It's become much clearer that it's a tough game in between here, you know. So there's so much resistance still here. So it's in line, the table is set, but it's not, this movement isn't done yet. And there aren't a lot of news, interesting news today. There are a few financial resort, 163 to 157 for lows. It brought the stock right down. American Eagle 16 to 19. Express minus 1 cent to plus 1 cent. The stock is breaking out. Salesforce.com 32 to 33, and Royal Bank that made the bank going up today, 187 to 185. So it's 2 cents less, but the stock still bounced back. So it's not changing anything in this situation. But the thing is, this had an effect on the index and on each bank. You know, Canadian Western Bank, Royal Bank, Scotia Bank, and Bank of Montreal. See, they all made this spike on the upside, but I'm not sure this is going to continue unless other banks are coming out with even better result, because I repeat, this was a bad result. It was 2 cents less than expected. And a few other news here. About Blue Heron here. No one knows this company very well, and but they are doing some sort of a restructuration, and they have been accused to have some irregularities in the last IPO. So not doing very well for the company right now. Okay, what's going on here? It's pretty quiet. One sector is making me worry a little bit is the healthcare right now. Look at the healthcare at the very minimum of the year, and look, it's still very negative. See how many attempts the sector did in breaking down, and so the VRX is really sideways. Okay, it could go both ways, but it's still close to the downward direction, and this would be very bearish because it would it would totally reverse the short uptrend here. So that's to be watched. Knight Therapeutic is also sitting at the very bottom of the year, and at this level, it's also a critical level. Weed is trying, but I mean the last movement was on the downside, so there are still some worries there. And Chartwell is on the bottom of the last few days, and it is oriented in its within its downtrend already. And look, the stock that makes the sector going down today is PLY, Prometic Life Science. And it's not very nice at the moment, you see. So that's what the stock did today, from there to there, and it's at the very, very minimum. So you know, it looks like there are some worries about the company here, and by the way, this is also a very important place. The $1 is a very important level here, so I hope it won't break, because under that we have a sell signal coming up, and CRH, as you can see, is not very strong as well. So you know, it's going bad for many stocks. Even Terra Technology, that has been showing a very nice uptrend, now is in kind of a digestion phase, you know, so nothing is over yet. You know, the breakdown is about 660, but the chances are, again, we can see the stock taking off once more later on, but not at the moment. And Extendicare looks bad also. Testing constantly is a new support. So you know, the healthcare market in Canada is in difficulties right now. So I spoke to you about the energy, and we'll come back to this. And you see the gold bouncing back today. It's an important resistance, but it's not broken, and the stock are not reacting at all. You know. So look, we're still there, but on a 1 year perspective, you see that the stocks are still much lower, and are threatening to break down once more. And the mining, it looked nice too because of the index, but the stocks are not really doing so well in Canada. It's mostly in the States. So Hudbay is still on its neutral. It's Teck that is continuing on the upside, exactly the same as in the US. But First Quantum is stuck there. Trevally is stuck there. Ivanhoe is going down. You know, Lundin is almost stable. And you have Altius that broke out yesterday, that is still in line to do something else. So there would be a short-term buy signal here if the stock break the 12,000, the $12, sorry, not 12,000, $12. And look, Arizona Mining is doing nothing, everything, and even Major Drilling Group is going down. But it's the U.S. stock. Look, Teck, Alcoa, BHP Billiton, Rio Tinto. So there are, because it's very tricky because now there are U.S. stock in the Canadian Mining Index. So and now it is the U.S. stocks that are coming up, and it looks like the U.S. market could come down to the low of the day. Let's see it in 5 minutes. And so it's not passing. So we are just about to see maybe a return to the bottom here. It looks like it is possible. So as I said, there might be a one sector here that could become nice, but so far we need a stronger proof than that, because I have a few stock that jump up here, okay, like you see on this index, and I'm trying to see if we can find some nice buy signals. We have a couple of stock that bounce back like that here, but is that sufficient? It is. These are very short-term movement. And I think if you embark in there, you have to consider it as a very, very short-term movement, and not really in day trading, in swing trading thing. I'm not sure the movement is good for a few days. And since look, Torch is coming back down too. Husky is doing the same thing. So they're the big stocks mostly that did a little jump this morning, but we have to make sure this thing is going to continue. So, there are not many. Paramount has been stronger than the other stock too, and I think it's a stock that we have to watch, because the day it's going to break here could be very interesting, as you can see the movement here. So there's a long uptrend on the stock. And look, Cenovus is not in that game, and so I hardly consider those as a buy signal, those little jump that we had today. I think we gotta take our time a little bit and make sure the movement is strong enough. So as I said, the U.S. market was going to come down, and it looks like it's going to come down. And also okay, now we see the healthcare bouncing back. Okay, so the question bar is open. I have no questions so far. So I showed you about PLY that was a little bit in danger now at the bottom of the year, and about the cannabis stock. Today it's bouncing here too, because there's an important support there, and I'm trying to be positive, but it is hard, because there's nothing is bullish there on the cannabis sector. At the best, it's bouncing back within this very short-term sideways movement. And so right now, we don't have any stocks that are positive, and some has started a downtrend a few days ago. So, I think we have to take our time and do not increase your position in there, because if the opposite arrives, I mean, if it goes down the other way, then there will be a lot of sell signal among this sector. Sorry. Okay, so it's pretty calm. It's a pretty calm market. Okay, is that yeah.
Find answers to your questions by emailing your host at btm@decisionplus.com.
5 good reasons to manage your investments with National Bank Direct Brokerage. Commission fees fixed at $9.95 anytime for all clients, and starting at only $6.95 for active investors. No administrative fees if you hold at least $20,000 in your accounts. Registered accounts available in U.S. currency. Powerful tools to help you manage your portfolio. Award-winning customer service and satisfaction levels amongst the highest in the industry. To learn more, visit nbdb.ca or call us now.
Real-time coaching has been created. We search and classify critical reports and technical movements. You can visualize or hear the best buying and selling opportunities. Get real-time advice all day long and 3 live coaching shows per day. Let us do the work and save your time for trading. Try marketgurus.tv free without obligation for 10 days in the menus above.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The question bar is open. If you have a question, it's time because the show is almost over. And that's what I see here. It's slightly coming down on the US too. So, we may have seen the top of the day. And the materials are coming down right now because of the gold still coming down too. So, it's not looking very good. So, and maybe it's the top two on the crude oil. So, I'm not very excited, of course, because I can't find anything that is very nice. What happened when the oil inventory is reduced? But when the when the inventory are lower, it makes the price going up on the very short term. And when the inventory are very, very, very high, it means they have too much. So then it makes the price going down. But it doesn't have a very, very large effect because those inventory changes from 1 week to another, So it is just a very, very, very short term. And when we're talking here, where the most important thing is not the inventory, it's the production. They just produce too much. So that's the reason why they are trying to control the production to make the price going higher. But no one wants to shut and cut its production because they're cutting the revenue as well. So everyone wants the other to do a production reduction. But no one wants to do it. They all want the others to do it. That's a big problem there. So, and this is it. So I think there isn't much we can do today. I mean, if you're doing trade and you're trying, in the situation the market is right now, I mean, it is very risky to acquire too many positions. Look, it's still negative on the Nasdaq, negative on the Dow, negative on the SPY, and from the top. So where this correction can take us, Trump is squeezed in between many, many things right now. He's squeezed with the Congress. He's squeezed with North Korea. He's squeezed with China as well. So I mean, maybe it's not the end yet of this correction, even though it's not very strong. But while the market is stopping and making correction, we don't have a lot of bullish elements anywhere. PG, please, Denis, PG. And actually, look, this stock is way stronger than the others, of course, Denis, because look, it's among the about one of the only few stocks that are very positive. So let me take this big volume up here, so we can see better the other average volumes. Okay, so it's an average volume today, but it's normal because it's going sideways. So when the stock goes up, I need the full chart. When the stock goes up, there's an increase in volume. When it's going sideways, then the volume is reduced. Okay, and whenever it breaks up here 385, then the volume should resume, and the buy signal is going to be there. So it's definitely a hold right now, and it's a buy at 385 to 390. So this is it for all today, for the show today. Thank you very much, folks. And remember, those that are not a member yet, and you still can have this show in French 5 days a week from the banner at the top of the Decision Plus website, where you can subscribe to the show. Thank you very much for attending. We'll catch you next time.